In this video, I am discussing the concept of electrostatic dipole. Static dipole. We represent electrostatic dipole as P. This is a vector quantity. Electrostatic dipole is an arrangement of two equal and opposite charges separated by a very small distance. I am assuming this small distance as 2a. This is minus q and this is plus q. Both are magnitude-wise equal and opposite charges are there. So it is an arrangement simply in which two equal and opposite charges are separated by a very small distance 2a. I am assuming the small distance as 2a. It is a vector quantity, so the direction of dipole is always negative to positive. The direction of dipole is always negative to positive, and the magnitude of dipole is always charge times separation. Charge is q times separation is 2a. So here it comes out to be 2aq. Okay, this is magnitude. So these 2 points you can keep in your mind, that the direction is always negative to positive and the magnitude is always charge times separation. And here you can also write units. The units of 2a is, it is a distance simply. So it has unit meter, it has charge, it has unit coulomb. You can write units as meter or coulomb meter. So coulomb meter is a units of dipole. In this video, I will also discuss the electric field due to this dipole at perpendicular bisector, and at axial point. Now, let's begin with electric field at perpendicular bisector. Suppose this is a dipole. Separation between this dipole is 2a. This is center. This is A. This is A. This is point A, and the charge is minus q. This is point B, and charge is plus q. And this is perpendicular bisector are from center O, and this is point P where you have to calculate electric field. This is line joining PA and PB. The electric field by minus q at P will be towards minus q, because negative charge make electric field towards itself, and that of positive will be away from itself. This is away. Both the electric field by plus q and by minus q will be same in magnitude, equal in magnitude, but different in direction. Equal in magnitude and different direction, because both have equal magnitude and both are equidistant from P. That's why we will make equal electric field magnitude wise, but both have different direction. Okay. So we have to find electric field at P. So we have to find the resultant of these two electric field, and the electric field net will be electric field by minus q plus electric field by plus q. Okay, this is vector sum simply. Now, this is, assume this be theta, this be theta, this is theta by alternate angle, this is theta. Okay, simple geometry. Now I am writing electric field over here to simplify the expression. This electric field E, this electric field be E, and this is theta, and this is theta. I am solving electric field at point P through resolving these two vectors. I can resolve this vector in upward direction and in leftward direction. Similarly, I can also resolve this vector in downward direction and leftward direction. The upward direction will come out to be E sine theta, and here downward direction will come out to be E sine theta. They will cancel out each other because one is upward direction, one is in downward direction. So they will cancel out one another's effect. Okay. Now the leftward electric field is E cos theta, and this is also E cos theta, E cos theta. So net electric field will add up, E cos theta plus E cos theta. So net electric field will be 2E cos theta, 2E cos theta. Okay, you can write value of E. You can find this distance as under root of r square plus a square plus r square by simply applying PGT. and you can write the value of electric field due to plus q and minus q. The value will be k times q times distance square. When you do square of this expression, the root will cancel out and we will left with a square plus r square. And this is the value of E. You can put the value of E over here in this expression. This is E net. Okay. You can put the value of E in this expression, and the value of cos theta from this triangle. The value of cos theta is based upon hypotenuse. This is base and this is hypotenuse. So base is A and hypotenuse is the under root of x square plus r square plus a square, r square plus a square. Okay. So you can write 2 times, okay, 2 times E. The value of E is k times q times under root of a square plus r square times value of cos theta. Cos theta is a over under root of r square plus a square. Okay, r square plus a square. Now you can write 2 times q times a times sp. 2aq is p. So the numerator become kp. Numerator become kp and denominator become a square plus r square whole raised to the power 3/2. Now you can write kp times under root of r square plus a square whole raised to the power 3/2. Whole raised to the power 3/2. This is the value of electric field at point P, and I am putting negative sign here because the electric field of the electric resultant field at point P is in leftward direction, whereas the direction of dipole is rightward direction. Both are in opposite direction. That's why I'm putting negative here to indicating the sign that both electric field and dipole are in opposite direction. So this is our required answer at electric field on point P. Now there is also second part in which we have to calculate the electric field at axial point. This is dipole, this is center, and this is O, this is A, this is A, this distance is A, this distance is A, this is minus Q, this is plus Q, and you have to calculate electric field at distance R from center, and this point is on axis. We say calculate electric field at axial point. This is axial point because it is coming out on axis of dipole. Now the electric field due to plus Q will be in rightward direction. The value will be like k times charge times over distance, cause distance square, and distance is this. Distance means r minus this is r. This distance is r minus a. So r minus a whole square. This is electric field by plus Q in rightward direction, and the electric field by minus Q at M will be leftward direction because it make electric field in its direction. So the value of this will be k times q times this distance will be r plus a whole square. Okay. Now the electric field due to plus charge is much greater than the electric field due to this negative charge. Not much greater than, but greater than minus q charge, because this distance is small and this distance is big. The distance of minus q from M is big, whereas the distance of plus q from M is small. So as we know, electric field is inversely proportional to R. So electric field due to plus charge will be higher than negative charge. So in E net would come out to be vector sum of E of plus q and E of minus q. And the E of plus q is k times q times r minus a whole square, and here we will put negative sign because both are making electric field in opposite direction. This is why positive charge, which is away, which is rightward, and this is why negative charge, which is leftward, which is towards. Okay, so we will put negative charge. Okay, that's why I'm putting negative charge. Kq over r plus a whole square. This is a. Okay, when you take LCM, you will have r minus a whole square, r plus a whole square, cross multiply k times q times r plus a whole square minus k q times r minus a whole square. Okay, next step, just open this bracket with formula a plus b whole square, we will have k q times r square plus a square plus 2ar minus times k q times r square plus a square minus 2ar. Okay, and we have r minus a square or r plus a square without multiplying. Okay, now when you solve, you will see that all the terms will cancel out and you will left with 2ar kp plus 2ar kp. You will have 4 times k q a r. This is q, this is q, and over, and you can write r minus a, r plus a, r minus a, r plus a as denominator. You can write denominator like this. Okay, this is 2aq, 2 times 2. So this is 2 times p. This is 2 times p. When you arrange for qa, you will get 2 times what? 2 times p. Okay, and you have r here, and here you have this, and this will make this and this will make r square minus a square times this is also r square minus a square. So when you will solve denominator, you will have r square minus a square raised to the power whole square. And when you apply assumption that a is very small, you will consider a as 0, and you will have 2 times p times r over r raised to the power 4, and you will cancel out. Yeah, I forgot to write k, over here, and cancel out r with this r. You will left with power 3, and you have result 2 times k times p over r cube. So electric field at point M is in direction of right, because this electric field is big than this. That's why the resultant will come out in the direction of right, and the dipole, the direction of dipole is also in right direction. So both electric field and dipole are in same direction. That's why I'm putting same sign over here. This is our required answer. So let me sum up all this discussion. Electric field at equatorial point P is minus kp times r cube, and electric field at point M, which is at axial point, was 2 times kp upon r cube. You can see some relation between them, that both are in opposite direction and one is 2 times of other. This is some logics you can develop, or you can see simply from the expression. Okay, I think it's gonna be long. Sorry. Thank you.